The Aqua Claudia is considered one of Rome's most impressive aqueducts. Daily, it carried nearly 200,000 cubic meters of water over 69 kilometers, most of which was underground. It was commissioned by the Emperor Caligula because of high demand for water by baths and other utilities, and construction began in 38 AD. It was finished by its namesake, Emperor Claudius, in 52 AD. Despite this, it is referenced in official documents that the Aqua Claudia may have been in use by 47 AD, as it was conventional for the Romans to use an aqueduct before it is complete. The route of the Aqua Claudia began in the Anio Valley at its main springs, the Caeruleus and the Curtius, and occasionally the Fons Augustae, when the Aqua Marcia was full and could not take it. When both the Claudia and the Marcia were full, the water from the Fons Augustae ran to waste. It then began its descent along the right bank of the Anio Valley, mostly underground, before crossing the left bank on a bridge still in use today. It travels with the Marcia and Anio Laetus on approximately the same route around Tivoli to the Alban Hills. It emerged above ground near Capanelli and crossed land near Romeo Vecchia on the iconic series of arches. After about 10 kilometers of arches, increasing in height with proximity to the city, it entered Rome through the Porta Maggiore and an eastern gate on the Aurelian walls of Rome, alongside the Anio Novus. In Rome, it was able to provide all 14 districts with water, as well as flow directly into the emperor's palace thanks to additions made by Nero and Domitian. The section commissioned by Nero, the Arcus Neroni, is the most prominent of the remains of the Aqua Claudia. It was a section 2 kilometers long that began at the Porta Maggiore and ended at the Palatine Hill. Records indicate that it was used up to the 11th century. The Aqua Claudia was constantly in disrepair. It only worked for 10 years before it went out of service for 9 more. It was repaired by Vespasian in 71 AD, but had to be fixed again by Titus only 10 years later. Its frequent need for maintenance can be explained by its size, low-quality construction, and the number of natural disasters occurring at the time. Records show that, for an aqueduct of its size, the Aqua Claudia was relatively inexpensive to build. This means either hurried construction or poor quality materials. Among events causing extensive damage were the Anio Valley flood, Great Fire of 64 AD, and the earthquake that caused Pompey's ruin. Today, the Aqua Claudia serves as a popular tourism site, especially at the Arcus Neroni. A church called the San Tommaso in Formis was built into the side of the aqueduct. It remains a symbol of Roman innovation and an inspiration to engineers of today.